marks in the state, but I am the state treasurer.
You're the state treasurer.
Right.
And how long have you held that position?
This will be, I'm just entering my second year.
How long have you been a knight?
I became a knight here in Savannah in 1997, I believe.
And what council do you belong to?
I belong to Council 631.
And what degree knight are you?
I am a 4th degree knight.
And what does that mean?
The 4th degree is also considered the visible arm of the Knights of Columbus because we're the guys in the fuzzy hats and the capes at church with the swords that you want to keep an eye on because some of us are old. But that's why we're called the visible arm of the Knights, because we do wear the regalia during Mass.
And why the regalia? What's the purpose of the regalia? What's its heritage?
The regalia all goes back to the days of Columbus and when a knight was an actual knight. And our main mission is to get the knight story out, tell our story, as you and I first discussed. A lot of people think the Knights of Columbus, when they think of the Knights of Columbus, they either think of the guys in the fuzzy hats at church, or they think of the guys behind the pancake breakfasts and the fish fries during Lent. And we do so much more than that. But we are good pancake flippers.
I initiated our conversation is exactly what you said. Is so many people just see the regalia, or they see the fish fries or the pancake breakfast.
Correct.
Recently, there was a dinner, I'm understanding, and I know that a few.
Sure.
And then we can talk about it. Camp Inspire in Warm Springs, the Special Olympics, the Holy Spirit Monastery, ARC of Georgia,
Right.
and then the Frontline MP3 players, which are for troops, and it's a
Bishop Boland was discussing the state convention, and we have a dinner, a banquet where we present all of this stuff. Frontline Faith is kind of close to my heart and kind of close to 631's heart because it's a state program now, and then we're trying to get it to the order level, so the entire order donates to it. But it started right here in Savannah at 631. We've donated hundreds of wheelchairs so far. The state has, and people donate to that. My biggest thing, other than Frontline Faith, is the ultrasound project. That's another project that is an order-wide project, but it hits close to home to me because it's, in my opinion, it is the single most important tool that can be used to save a child's life. Empirical evidence has told us that 97% of the women that have abortion as their number one priority see that child on the ultrasound and don't abort the child. We give a lot of money to that. Now the order of the Knights of Columbus, we raise half the funds, and half the funds is about $17,000. We raise half the funds, and the order donates the other half of the funds. Because
you fund this, where does it come from?
It comes from the local councils, and the local councils raise money through fish fries. They raise money through pancake breakfasts. If you remember in years past, we have golf tournaments, we have bowling tournaments. They have a bocce ball tournament out at the beach and donate funds for that. The councils come up with very ingenious ways of raising funds. We stand outside of Mass with a wheelchair in front of us, or with an MP3 player, or we show pictures of donations when we donate the ultrasound to a crisis pregnancy center.
I have two more questions. What would you tell someone about, they walk up to you and say, Mark, why the heck would I want to be a knight? What would you respond to that?
I would invite them to an event, one of our events. The fact that as Catholics, we are charitable people, and I don't mean to say that as if you're not Catholic, you're not charitable. But to be a Catholic means to be charitable. To be a knight just solidifies and validates that charity. But every Catholic man in the United States should be a knight.